What's up, family? We have some incredible news coming out this week in regards to our Social Security recipients. New data that was just released is showing us that the cost of living adjustment may actually receive a boost for 2024. Yes, guys, the CPI data, which tracks the U.S. inflation rate, came out earlier this week, and it was very positive for Social Security. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest information surrounding a new COLA increase. Starting off earlier this week, I believe it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, the CPI data was actually released. Now, the CPI data is actually what tracks the inflation of the United States, in which we all know that pretty much the high inflation that we received last year into this year pretty much caused the Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, to end up raising the interest rates, which pretty much is causing a strain on the economy, as well as putting us into a potential to go into a U.S. recession. But anyways, guys, the latest data ended up coming out earlier this week, and shockingly enough, the inflation raised by 0.2%. Now, hold on, guys. I know that sounds bad, but the good thing is that they was expecting it to rise around 3%. So to end up coming in a little bit less than what was expected, that is some good news. Now, again, this particular CPI inflation data was for the month of June, obviously, because we just finished up the month of June and we are now into July. But anyways, guys, as you can see right here in this particular article, the inflation ended up rising about 0.2% for the month of June, less than expected as consumers get a little bit of a break from the price increases. Now, again, this is the Consumer Price Index, and this does exclude things like food and energy. But anyways, guys, the soft gains in the food prices and declines in used vehicles and the airline prices helped to continue to keep the inflation down just a bit, while shelter prices continue to rise overall. But anyways, guys, the worker wages adjusted for inflation increased by 1.2% from just a year ago, and inflation fell to its lowest annual rate in more than 2 years during the month of June. The product both of some deceleration in costs and easy comparisons against a time when price increases were running at a more than 40-year high. Now, you're probably like, well, what does this have to do with Social Security? Well, I am about to get to that particular point, guys. But before we go there, guys, I do want to go ahead and share with you another piece of information, because like we were talking about, the inflation ended up coming in a little bit better than what was expected. However, that is not preventing the Fed chairman to continue to talk about him having to still raise the interest rates. As you can see right here, guys, the Fed is set to raise the interest rates in the month of July, even though the inflation appears to be slowing down just a bit. Now, that is very important, guys, because we're just looking at things on the brighter side, and now the Fed chairman is saying that he wants to raise the interest rates again. He has already raised them 6 particular times in the past. So why do you want to raise them again? Because it looks like things are slowly improving for the better. Why do you want to do this, Jerome Chairman? But anyways, guys, according to Bloomberg, it says that the Federal Reserve officials appear poised to resume the interest rate hikes this month after the data showed inflation has cooled down sharply for the month of June, but it still remains above the central bank's target. So that is exactly why they believe that they might have to raise the interest rates at least one more time, because things are improving, but the inflation numbers are still a little bit higher than what they want them to be, comparing them to the central bank's target. So anyways, guys, that is in relation to the CPI data that came out earlier this week. But the good news that's coming from this information in regards to our Social Security recipients, and that is right here, guys. This particular article talks about the latest 2024 COLA estimates, which they're saying that it is looking a little bit higher as of now, and that it's all because of the recent CPI data that was just released. It says right here that although inflation in the United States continued to fall for the month of June, hitting its lowest level in more than 2 years, the latest Social Security cost of living adjustment, or better known as the COLA estimate for 2024, actually ticked a little bit higher. It says that overall inflation in June rose 3% from the previous year, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, but that was the smallest 12-month increase since the period ending in March of 2021. The index for shelter was among the biggest contributors to the gain, reflecting rising housing and rental costs, something that has a particular impact on our seniors with fixed incomes. But anyways, guys, according to the Senior Citizens League, they have noted that the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, or better known as the CPIW, which is the index that is used to determine the annual COLA increase, rose only 2.3% year over year for the month of June. However, the average inflation rate over the past 12 months rose slightly and therefore has affected the COLA estimates. Now, they are saying right here, guys, that the COLA estimates could change again because there are still 3 more months of inflation data to come before the final 2024 COLA, which is going to be announced sometime in October. And the COLA is based on the third quarter inflation numbers, which would include for the months of July, August, and September, as they are measured by the Consumer Price Index for the urban wage earners and clerical workers. So again, guys, a COLA 3% would raise the current average monthly benefit of $1,787 by about $53.60, according to the Senior Citizens League. However, the Social Security recipients won't learn the bottom line until Medicare Part B premiums are actually announced, and Part B premiums are automatically deducted from the most beneficiary Social Security checks, and those deductions can actually have a major impact for our Social Security beneficiaries. So again, guys, like I said, according to the latest data, they are saying that the COLA increase could actually go up from the previous estimates by $53.60. But again, guys, we won't know the final numbers until we have that third quarter, which is going to include this month, July, next month of August, and then of September. We actually have to use those 3 months to put them together to figure out the average in order to figure out the final numbers for the COLA increase for 2024. So again, guys, right here, what we have is some good information because the amount has gone up a little bit from the previous estimates, but again, we still won't have the final number until the end of September. So anyways, guys, that is the information that we have in regards to our Social Security, in regards to the COLA increase. It is going to be increasing by $53 or so. And so hopefully, depending on the month of July and their CPI data, hopefully the inflation numbers will come in better than expected again, which would mean that the COLA could receive another increase as well. So keep your fingers crossed in the meantime. But until then, guys, I will keep you posted as usual. But as we continue to speak about our Social Security recipients, I do have information about a recent study that was just done on a quarter of Americans in this country who are pretty much thinking about or are already into the retirement age. Yes, guys, this particular study is very startling. It says right here that according to a recent study, it shows that a quarter of Americans are underestimating their real benefits for Social Security by $5,000. And yes, guys, it says right here that many older Americans are pleasantly surprised that when they receive their first Social Security check. According to a new study from the National Bureau of Economic Research, people tend to underestimate the amount of their future benefits and end up receiving more than they actually expected. Yes, guys, it says that while more money is always welcome, any incorrect assessment of Social Security can actually throw a wrench in retirement planning, as well as it would invite unwelcome surprises as well. And yes, guys, according to this recent study, it found that older adults tend to accurately assess the age that they'll claim Social Security, but they end up lowballing the benefit amount that they anticipate receiving on a monthly basis. And some of them could actually be way off than they should be. The average person underestimates their benefit amount by $1,896, which is around an 11.5% miscalculation relative to the average benefit that they actually received. But 25% ended up misjudging their benefits by $5,167 or even more than that. And on the other end of the spectrum, 10% end up overestimating their benefits by at least $5,300. So again, guys, this is very important, guys, and I will suggest that if you particularly fit this particular category, you might want to relook at your numbers. And then again, you might want to go a step further and get with someone else that is more fluid with this information to make sure that your estimates are pretty much on target so that you don't have to be surprised later on. Guys, this is a huge warning to you or either your loved ones or either your family members. Make sure that you are able to calculate and estimate the right numbers, because you don't want to receive a surprise later that could be very detrimental for you and your family. Again, guys, this is just a warning message from this latest study. And again, guys, pay attention to the data. Pay attention to the numbers. But anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. And I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. But make sure that you check out some of the items down below in the description. There are a few opportunities for you to earn some free money or some free cash, such as signing up with Webull, where they are giving out 12 free stocks after you deposit like $1. And the good thing about it is that those 12 free stocks can actually be worth up to $3,000. It is like winning the lottery from a scratch-off ticket. But anyways, guys, this also gives the opportunity for you to be able to start your investing journey for your future. But anyways, guys, that is just one of the options down below, but be sure to check out all of them. That is very important, guys. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.